Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you're joining me. Thank you again. This is Dan Football, and we'll be talking about the FIFA World Cup qualifiers. This is not a live, this is not a live program, but don't forget to like, subscribe, and also if you want to support us, you can also buy super thanks. So share the video and let everybody actually watch it. So this is like a general video now for the World Cup qualifier. So I was just trying to put it out before the World Cup qualifier starts in probably 2 days time. So let me just quickly do like a quick preview of the World Cup qualifier. So it's going to be a very short video. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just going to put it straight away. So after this match day 9 and 10, the winner will with the winner of the 9 groups will automatically qualify for the World Cup, and the best four second place team will go for a mini tournament in Morocco in November. So that is actually what how it's going to work out. So this match day 9 and 10 is so important. Some groups can see some countries qualified already. So some group you have to still look at wait till match day 10 for you to know, oh, we fly African flag next year's World Cup. So let me just look at Group One. Group A. Group A is you can see Group A. You have Egypt leading with 20 points, Burkina Faso 15 points, Syria alone 12 points, Guinea-Bissau 10 points, Ethiopia 6 points, and Djibouti only 1 point. So it makes it slightly a little bit, I think Egypt probably need to beat uh, Djibouti in the last game. And the game again we played in Casablanca, Morocco. So it's like on a neutral venue. So I think Egypt is probably what because in the draw in that game against Djibouti, I think they are like home and dry for this World Cup qualifier. And I think Burkina Faso will fight for the second spot, but it's slightly more tricky for Burkina Faso because they will play away against Sierra Leone, the Lone Stars. They will play away in Liberia, and if you have like that is like Sierra Leone's fortress. They've been playing in that stadium for God knows where. I remember them playing Nigeria in that stadium. Nigeria won that game that 3 goes to 2, but it was a tough game. This very bad AstroTurf pitch. So tough game. If Sierra Leone to beat Burkina Faso in that game, that means that the second place is now up for grabs because Sierra Leone will play Djibouti in their last game, and Burkina Faso will host Ethiopia in the last game. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So the main game in this group is actually what the Sierra Leone game against Burkina Faso in Liberia. So that game will take place October 8th at the summer Calon Stadium in Monrovia. So it's going to be a very, very tricky game. So I expect Egypt to qualify. If Sierra Leone if Burkina Faso could get a draw in the game against Sierra Leone, I think they also qualify, as second place team. So let's move on to Group B. Group B, Senegal did it like the unthinkable. They went to Kinshasa to beat Equatorial Congo, 3-2 in this very tough ground to travel to. So after the game, there was this crowd trouble after the game that the fans actually came to the stadium. So I've not seen any official statement from CAF. Maybe that stadium will be banned, or there will be no crowd. When Sierra Leone, when DR Congo host Sudan in the last game, we don't know then. But I don't know why this CAF is doing this thing. They delay things. So for me, when there's a crowd trouble like that, I think they should be able to suspend the stadium or empty stadium. So that is what I think. But I don't think there's any official statement from CAF yet. I don't know if he's missing out something. But I just think that that should be what should be happening. So Senegal, in their game, for me, I think they actually what home and dry in this game. I think they will travel away to South Sudan. So and I think that should be 3 points for Senegal. And the game will be played in Juba. So, tricky place to go, but I think they should be able to do the job in Juba because Juba is the home, is the home ground. It's in South Sudan, and they are going to also travel to Togo. It's a very tough place to go. Senegal went there and they draw 1-1. So, the game is still the team, any slip up on Senegal, I think DR Congo will capitalize. But I don't see Senegal slipping up, especially after their victory against the DR Congo in Kinshasa. So for me, I think Senegal will complete the job, and DR Congo will probably finish second. But there's still a tough game for them, to host Sudan. We don't know, maybe it's going to be empty stadium or not, but it's going to be very tough. So DR Congo first, but I think Senegal first. I think DR Congo actually second. So Group C, this is like probably the toughest group. The first, like 4 teams can still qualify automatically for the World Cup. So, if you have not watched my video on Group C, you can just try and check it on my channel. I explain everything. So Benin Republic top the group, 14 points. Africa 14 points, but Benin Republic leads on goals difference. Why Nigeria third with 11 points, Rwanda fourth with 11 points. See, Rwanda can still qualify from this group from fourth position. Why? Because if they win their 2 games against the Benin Republic and probably and South Africa, they might probably go to the World Cup. Nigeria too can still qualify if they win their 2 games and South Africa slip up. They can still qualify. Or Benin Republic actually Benin Republic win their 2 games, they score more goals, they can still qualify. So this group is still up for grabs. So the key game in this group will be Benin Republic against Rwanda. That's going to be in Kigali. It's going to be a very, very tough game. So, and also South Africa playing away. Though officially it's a away game, but they're going to be playing in Durban against Zimbabwe, against the Warriors of Zimbabwe. So I think it's very close to call. It's very close to call. But South Africa, for me, I think South Africa and Rwanda, they slightly have their destiny in their hands. Even by the Republic, still have their destiny in their hands. But I just think that it's only Nigeria that I don't think have their destiny in their hands. So this might even work for Nigerians' favor, because those that have their destiny in their hand, they might look for a way to cancel themselves out. And what's it called? And Nigeria can just think and qualify, but it's very tough. I will tell you. So for me, this is very tough to predict, but I think that South Africa, they are favourite to qualify, in this group, because they'll be playing the 2 games at home, and they probably will play the 2 games away from home. So for me, I think they're still favourite to qualify. But any slip up, I won't be surprised in this group. So South Africa favourite to qualify, and I think maybe probably Nigeria will sneak second place. That's just what I think what will happen. But things can change. This is football. So now let's move on to Group D. So in Group D, we have Cape Verde. Surprisingly, Cape Verde is actually on top of the World Cup qualifier group. Cape Verde is top, Cameroon is second, and actually Libya third. Based on this group 2, 3 teams can still qualify for the World Cup, but Libya is very tough for Libya to qualify. So what even makes it very interesting is that Libya will host Cape Verde in their next game. So that game is going to be October 8th at the Tripoli Stadium. So if Libya should beat Cape Verde, I think the game. I think Cape Verde is just favourite to qualify, because their last game is against Eswatini. So we should expect them to do the job against Eswatini at home, barring any unforeseen circumstances. We expect them to do the job against Eswatini. So I think they just need 3 points to qualify. So even the results in Libya will not really actually matter for Cape Verde that much. So, and I think that Cape Verde are favourite to actually qualify in this group. Cameroon too. Cameroon are also there too. Cameroon need to win their 2 games, because they'll be scared that Libya, might actually sneaking. Because Cameroon's situation is slightly very difficult. I would say that it's slightly tricky, because they go away to Mauritius, which I think Cameroon are not really good travelers. They go away to Mauritius, and they also host Angola in their last game. So I don't think Angola will still be in it in the last game, but Angola just appointed a new coach. He might be trying to prove a point and prepare the team for the next AFCON. So it's a very difficult home game to play, against Angola in the last game in Yaoundé. So I think any slip up from Angola, any slip up from Cameroon, I think Libya will take second place. So Cameroon need to actually be watchful, about this their situation. So, but I think Cape Verde will qualify. I still think Cameroon will do the job and qualify in second place. See, yes. So for Group E, I think Group E is actually what there's no contest in Group E. The way I see this, there's no actual contest in Group E. Group E, they only have 5 teams playing in Group E. In fact, it was even 4 teams initially because Congo was suspended by FIFA. So games that has to do with Congo, was about what awarded to their opponent when they were suspended. So games that were actually what awarded. I'm going to actually what refer to that. Games that were actually what awarded were uh, um, Niger against Congo was awarded to Niger 3-0, and also another game was awarded Tanzania 2 against Congo, also awarded to what to Tanzania. So Zambia against Congo was awarded to Zambia. So there was a three what's it called? How would I put it? 3 points for Tanzania, Niger, Zambia. Yeah, three points for them because they played Congo when Congo was suspended by FIFA. So Congo is actually back now. They've been registered to this qualifier group, so they are 1 point. They cannot qualify again. So the maximum they can actually have is 7. So and this group too, there's something unique about this group is that Eritrea did not kick a ball, so they withdrew before even the start of this qualifier. So they did not kick any ball. So I think that's why this group can only play a maximum of 8 games. So Morocco booked their place already in USA. So they will still play this window. They will play against Congo in their last game. So they might probably end up having 24 points. So Niger will play against Congo too. The game is going to be played in Burkina Faso in Ouagadougou. So they'll be looking to qualify because if they are nine points now, they can finish second. Because when they play, Niger will play against Congo in Ouagadougou. The victory for Niger will take them to second spot, and they will be looking for a way to qualify for the World Cup too. Why? What's it called? Why? Their last game too. So the game will play 2 games in this window, so they have the chance of going to the World Cup as playoff. So they also play against Zambia in the last game. So there's going to be a game between Tanzania and Zambia too. It's a lot of things to actually to play for. It's a lot of things to play for. So it's tricky. It's tricky. This group is tricky. So Morocco will finish first as usual, book their place to the World Cup. I don't know who will finish second here. I just think that if Tanzania can beat Zambia in the game going to play in Zanzibar, if Tanzania can beat Zambia, I think Tanzania will actually will qualify for the playoff. It's tricky. It's tricky because Zambia, sorry, God, Niger still have 2 games to play. It's just very tricky. But I think Tanzania will be second. I just think that playing the team against Zambia, they will fancy their chances to play, to actually to win the game. I think Tanzania will be second in that group. So Morocco takes first. I don't think Nigeria and Zambia will actually will make it. But the same as what you got, Nigeria have a realistic chance of making it, but they need to. It's going to be a tall order, playing away from home. We got to go against DR Congo, also play against Congo, also playing the last game away to Zambia. It might be tough. It might be tough for them. So the next one, this group F, like they have like very, like I would say 2 horse race because Gambia cannot qualify again. So there's nothing to play for. Burundi cannot qualify again. There's nothing to play for. Kenya cannot qualify again. There's nothing to play for. Niger 2 0 points, minus 7 goals difference. So Seychelles only scored 2 goals, and they considered they only scored 2 goals, and they considered 39 goals. To tell you that they were just donating point to them. So Ivory Coast and Gabon. So either of them will qualify for the World Cup. But I think Ivory Coast, they're not in a poor position to qualify for the World Cup because they I think they have one away game against Seychelles in Mauritius. So Seychelles has been donating points to opponents. So I also think that what's it called? Ivory Coast will win that game in Mauritius. And Gabon is what's it called? Gabon game is slightly more tricky because they play away from home against Gambia in what in the game against Gambia in what in Nairobi. So it's a slightly more difficult game. So for me, I think Gambia might do something against Gabon. So I think Ivory Coast will actually will do the business. Ivory Coast will play against so I think Ivory Coast will actually will qualify for the World Cup because they play Seychelles and they also had their last game at home against Kenya. So I think they should be over and dry. I also think that Gabon will also make the playoff because they will play Burundi at home. Even if they didn't beat Gambia in Kenya, they will play Burundi at home, so they will qualify. So that is that. So let me move on to Group G. Group G, Algeria actually leads the group with 19 points, Uganda with 15 points, Mozambique with 15 points, Guinea with 11 points, Botswana with 9 points, Somalia with 1 point. So is for me, I think Algeria they are like home and dry in this group. I think Algeria will actually will win this group. They are 4 points clear of this group. Uganda is second place. Mozambique is 15. They have 15 points. Why Guinea only 1 point? Imagine Guinea draw against Somalia. That's the reason why they have 11. So I think Somalia only have 1 point here. Is from Guinea. The 1 point is from Guinea. So next set of games, I think Algeria just need a win. They will book their place when they play against Somalia in Algeria. So Somalia is hosting Algeria in Algeria. So you expect Algeria to do the business at home, though officially they are playing an away game. So the game of this group is Mozambique against Guinea. So it's going to be played in Maputo. If Mozambique to beat Guinea, I think they might qualify for second place. Because my God was second place team. They might be part of the second place team because Mozambique play against Guinea, and in their last game they will travel to Algeria to go and play against Somalia. So Uganda too will play against Algeria the last game. So and also what's it called? They also play against Botswana. Botswana will not be able to qualify in this group. So for me, I think I see Algeria qualifying, and I think Mozambique will finish second. I just think that they have more easier games to play than Mozambique. Guinea is slightly far off, but if Guinea could go to Maputo and beat Mozambique, it might happen. But I just think that Mozambique, they are very strong at home. I think they might at least get a draw against Guinea just to fight for second place. So that is that in Group G. So and Group H, that's actually no, not the final group actually. Group H, that's with Tunisia. So Tunisia qualified already for the World Cup. Namibia 15 points, and we have Liberia third, Malawi fourth, Equatorial Guinea fifth, and Sao Tome again another Seychelles donating points. They are last on the log. So the set of games Tunisia already qualified, so it doesn't actually matter to them, but they're still going to be playing at home, against Sao Tome and Principe. We expect them. They have never, I don't think they have considered any goal in this tournament. I don't think Tunisia have considered any goal in this qualifier. So the good motivation for them is that they want to keep their clean sheet, throughout this tournament and break the record of not conceding any goal in this tournament, in these World Cup qualifiers. So that is the motivation for them. So they will go out against Sao Tome. So I don't expect anything but victory for Tunisia against Sao Tome. So then Namibia will be fighting for to be among the top best placed team in actually what in group what's it called in the top best placed team in this World Cup qualifier. So Namibia will play away against Liberia. That is going to be the first game. So I'm even surprised that they'll be playing the same game, the same. That's funny, because Sierra Leone will be hosting Burkina Faso in in Monrovia, and Liberia too will be hosting Namibia in Monrovia. That is interesting. How will they do that in the first game? Okay, it'll be interesting because there's this match day -1 training they used to do. So I hope okay. So for me, I think Namibia will actually what we qualify as a second best place team. I don't if they could get a draw against Liberia in what's it called against Liberia in Monrovia. They might actually what just go as second place team. Why they might finish second. So why the last game too, they also travel away to Tunisia. Oh, I think it's very tricky for Namibia to qualify. I don't think there will be any second best place team in this group because Namibia, that should be second best place team. They travel away against Tunisia, and they also go away against Liberia. So it's hard. It's hard for them to finish as the second best place team in this World Cup qualifiers. So yeah. Last game. Last thing is that okay, I think Equatorial Guinea to now 10 points is too small to finish this day. So Equatorial Guinea. So in the last group now, Ghana 19 points, our neighbor Ghana 19 points, Madagascar 16 points, Comoros 15, Mali 12, Central Africa only 5, Chad 1. So the one they got it was against Ghana in against Ghana in their last game. So if Ghana win their next game against Central African Republic on an away ground, it's going to be played in Morocco. If they win that game, then Ghana have already qualified for the World Cup. They only need one win. And I think they still play Comoros in their last game. Okay, they only need one win. Even if Comoros beat Madagascar in the penultimate game, because Comoros will also host Madagascar in Ivory Coast. If Comoros even beat Madagascar, I don't think so. The only team here that can catch Ghana is Madagascar. I don't think Madagascar will still play against Ghana again. So, yeah, I think it's all dry. I think it's just the second place team that is actually up for grabs here. Because if Comoros could beat Madagascar in Ivory Coast, they will leapfrog Madagascar to 18 points. Then they will be playing Ghana in the last game. So it's very tough. But despite I can see teams with 16, 15 points here, even Mali with 12 points, I don't see the second best placed team in this group. I think Ghana will just qualify, but I think I think Madagascar will finish. I think Mali will finish second. The way it is, I think Mali might finish second because Comoros play against Madagascar, which might likely be a draw, and Mali 15 and 18 because Madagascar play against Mali in the last game, while Comoros also play against Ghana in the last game. I don't see Comoros beating Ghana in Accra, despite that Ghana might have booked their ticket. And Madagascar, I don't see them beating Mali in Bamako. So I think Mali might just finish second. In that group. I think Mali might just finish second in that group. And if Mali finish second, they can have a chance of also qualifying as a best second place team. But there's no room for error again for Mali. There's no room for error again for Mali. They might qualify as a second best place team. Don't be surprised. But there's no room for error for Mali. So now, finally, to how The second place team actually was Root. Gabon leads with 19 points, Madagascar with 16 points, DR Congo with 16 points, Burkina Faso 15 points, Cameroon 15 points, Namibia, 15 points, Uganda 15 points, South Africa 14 points, Tanzania 10 points. So I think the maximum Tanzania can have in this group is 13. It's 13. So because you guys know due to the Eritrea situation, I think Tanzania can only play 8 games. So if they win their next game against Zambia, they'll be having 15 points. They'll be having 13 points. So they have a chance of qualifying too. But I just think that I tip Gabon to make it because they're gonna host probably Burundi in the last game. So I think they will do the job. So I think Gabon will qualify. I also think Cameroon will qualify, and maybe this second place team is up for grabs. So I just hope that I just think that I can't say a lot of things now because since with this change after match day 9, if Burkina Faso could beat Sierra Leone, I tip them to qualify as best second place team. So, but guys, that is that this video. So match day 9 and 10 is not very interesting. Let me, on your opinion, your thoughts. Do you think I'm right to predict who will qualify? Do you think my 4 second? What's your opinion? Is it different from mine? Let me actually know in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, and also if you have not subscribed to the channel, just do us a little favor. Just click on that subscribe button so you won't miss any content. We're going to still look for a way to preview Nigeria against Lesotho game that will take place on Friday. We'll also review it on Friday Night Football Club. We will also talk about the game against Benin Republic and Nigeria potential permutation and combination if we still have any hope after Friday. So thank you guys for joining. I'm your host, Speak Larry. I will see you again on Friday. Well, maybe probably before Friday for the preview of the game between Nigeria and Lesotho. Thanks for watching. See you.